Hey guys, today I'm excited to share a tutorial about my favorite chart settings in TradingView. This chart layout is very easy to read with the blue candles above the 35 EMA, the red candles underneath it, a simple 200 moving average, and one of my favorite all-time indicators, Stupid Willie. And once I get you set up from start to finish, I will show you some really easy trading strategies and some tips and tricks on how to read it. All right, let's go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clear this chart, and I am going to be using SPX for the setup. But later on, I'll pull up a few other ticker symbols and we'll see how easy this chart layout is to read with other symbols. Okay, so the first indicator that we want to find is called Scalping Tool R1. So all of the indicators in TradingView are at the top of the screen at this icon, and if you click that and type in Scalping, you should see Scalping Pullback Tool R1, and click on that. And this is what it looks like with no adjustments. And if you click anywhere on the moving averages, it will pull up where you can make the modifications. So at the top, I just switched the 34 to 35. Doesn't change a whole lot, but I just like my round numbers. And then I turn off Show Fast EMA and Show Medium EMA. That takes out the two moving averages underneath that. I remove Show Fractals. And show colored bars around pack you want to keep, because that is what makes the blue above the 35 EMA and the red underneath. So keep that one. And show buy sell arrows, I remove that. And show trend background color, I remove that as well. The very last one, use Heiken Ashi candles in algo calculations. That is personal preference. It actually changes it very little, but I do like to keep that on. So hit OK, and you have the 35 EMA with blue candles above and red candles below. This does an amazing job of defining the trend, and it can also serve as a trailing stop loss if you are a long-term investor. And the next indicator that you want to add is a 200 simple moving average. So just type in moving average, and simple should be right near the top somewhere. And double click on that. The default is 9, and you want to change that to 200. And I also like mine to be a different color. I don't like that blue, and a little bit thicker. You can change the thickness at the bottom there and click OK, and now you have a 200 moving average. And finally, the last indicator that you want to add is called Stupid Willie. And when you're searching for it, you want to look for Cycling Willie. And I've heard some people tell me that they have to use the quotes to find it. I don't know, because I have had it favorited for quite a long time. So if you can't find it with Cycling Willie, make sure you put the quotes around it. And go ahead and click on that. And this is what it looks like out of the box. The signal line is very dark, and I trade in dark mode, so I do have to change that. And then you can also see that there's a lot of overbought and oversold signals. So to make this indicator more effective, in the Inputs tab, you want to change the top level of stupidity to -5 and the bottom level of stupidity to -95. And that gives you less signals and more accuracy. And then switch over to the Style tab, and Signal EMA, you want to click on that. And again, because I'm in dark mode, that dark line does not work for me. I switch that over to green and click OK. And those are my settings for Stupid Willie. Stupid Willie is very similar. If you ever watch this indicator with RSI, they work in a very similar way, but I tend to get a much cleaner read using Stupid Willie. So what is the criteria for taking a long position and what is the criteria for taking a short position? So taking a long position, you want to see three things. You want to see a blue candle. You want to see the 35 EMA above the 200 moving average, and on Stupid Willie, you want to see green over green. And then to take a short position, you want to see the exact opposite. You want to see the 35 EMA cross underneath the 200 moving average. You want to see a red candle, and you want to see red above the green. And then from here, if you were going to take this short position, then you are using the 35 EMA as a trailing stop. And I use it as a visual stop. The first blue candle is where I would definitely be out of that position. And then the same goes for taking a long position. You want to see a blue candle, 35 EMA over 200 moving average, and then green over green. And then that first candle can be your entry, maybe the second one if you want confirmation. And then that 35 EMA is your trailing stop. And as soon as you see a red candle, you want to exit that position. So this is still on the daily time frame. So what if you are a day trader? You can do the same thing. So let's drop to the 30-minute time frame. And you can see that, okay, right here we have a blue candle, 35 EMA above the 200 moving average, and green over green. And that 35 EMA becomes your trailing stop loss. And you could see it was support right here. And that first red candle is where you want to be out of that position. And then we can even drop it to a lower time frame if you truly love scalping. I saw a great example right here of all of the criteria met right here. So we did get this 35 EMA crossed right here. So we have 35 EMA above the 200 moving average. We have a blue candle and we have green over green. And that 35 EMA became the support, and that first red candle should be where you exit your position. So just for fun, I want to show you guys this strategy on the weekly time frame and with NVIDIA. Because today NVIDIA pretty much hit the moon. But if you use this strategy when this is the weekly time frame here is the first blue candle, 35 EMA over the 200 moving average, green over green. And if you are a long-term investor and you're using that 35 EMA as your stop loss, you would have made 264% in just a little bit over a year. That is, of course, an extreme example, but this strategy works across all time frames, no matter what style of trading you have. So that is all I have for you today. Let me know if you guys liked this kind of content. Have fun, trade safe, make sure you take profits when you're up. I'll see you guys soon.